usually comes by, she likes to read your books. I like to come by, I like to read your books. But yesterday, you handed your book to your partner on the rug, and what did your partner do?
Read.
You asked your partner to read your book, and as I watched some of you, I heard you give good suggestions of how you can make your book easier to read. I heard Chloe say, hey, you could add some words to your story. That would help me read your story, which was a really good suggestion. So what I'm going to do this morning is we're going to look at one of my stories and look at my writing and see if it's easy for Paxton to read. Okay? So we're going to let him check and read my story. Then I'm going to see what I can do, Nathan, to make my book and my story easier for you guys to read. Alrighty? Okay, you ready? Alright, big voice. I'm going to let him read it for me, okay? Because he's going to be my partner this morning.
My dad just had a birthday. I am going to the party on Saturday. I am so excited to go out to eat and
Can you read that for me? Look at his face. He kind of looks confused. Can you read what I wrote? He said in L. Do you guys know where L is? Where am I going to eat in L? You know what it's supposed to say? You know what I was trying to say when I was writing? What I wanted my sentence to say was, I am so excited to go out to eat in Liberty. Did he know that word was liberty? No. He got stuck. He said, L. Miss McKinney, where are you going? I don't know where L is. So you know what I need to do to make sure that it's easy for Paxton to read? I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to mark through L because I realized, gosh, that was too hard. He couldn't read that. And how could I make that easier to read?
you can write the word.
How am I
write the word.
How am I going to write the word?
Stretch it out.
There we go. So what we're going to do, you're going to help me practice stretching. So get your slinkies. Now, you know what? I don't want Paxton to do the work for me. I want to do the work. You guys can help stretch, but I'm going to be the one to write it on my paper and to write the whole word liberty. All right, you ready? Okay, get your slinkies out. Some of you, I don't see your hands up. All right, you ready? So liberty, we have to say it. We want to say it quickly or slowly? Okay, here we go. So liberty is the word. Liberty. Okay, some of you are saying letters before I'm finished. So I'm going to go back and stretch it one more time. Don't yell out a letter till I finish, okay? Liberty. Now I have to go back to the beginning. Ooh, what sound do we hear? Yeah, so look, I did have an L, right? So I'm going to put it just right underneath L. I did have my L, but I'm missing my other sound. So here we go. Next, there's going to be a vowel. L, I like igloo. So I. All right, here we go. Back to the beginning. Ib. Okay, so B, what we need to do? First. All right, so bat, then the ball. Lib. We're going back to the beginning. Liber. I hear liber. Liberty. Good. So now, Paxton, you want to try to read that sentence again, see if it's a little bit easier? All right, let's start back up here with I. Can you start there for me? Did I make my writing easy for him to read?
Yeah.
So you know what we're going to try to do as we go to the table today? Looking back, if we think about the poster, we talked about how to make writing easy to read. We talked about using... What? Yeah, those are yellow. So guess what? I use sight words to make it easier for Paxton. You talked about using words, making sentences, which I did, right? But the one thing I needed to work on was really work on my stretching, okay, to stretch out our words to make it easier for our friends to read, okay? All right, so today, as you go back to your book and continue working on your book, your job today is to make sure you're stretching out your words so that your friends can read the words in your books, okay? All right? Thumbs up if we're going to try to work on that today and continue to work on stretching. All right, Nathan, if you'll go help pass out the folders for us. Okay, I'm going to call you by your table, headed off to work. I want to see some hard workers today, all righty? All right, let's send off. If you sit at table 1, if you'll go ahead and head